What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we're taking a closer look at the Kizer Sub OBK. This one is a new release, I believe February or January of 2024, certainly 2024 for sure. And man, oh man, is this a wonderful EDC knife right here. Spoiler alert, it has Kizer's clutch lock as a crossbar access style lock right here, and man, is it really good. So this one's been a pleasure to carry. I've been able to carry it for some time now, gather all my thoughts together and all my feedback for this review video here for you guys. So sit back and relax. We're gonna have a good fun time together. This one is going to be linked in the description, of course, as well as any other knife that you see in this video. So check out those affiliate links. It does help out the channel if you do end up buying a knife through those links, but that is entirely and 100% up to you. And also at absolutely zero extra cost. That out of the way, let's go ahead and get things started here. First things first, we'll get a quick overall measurement on this bad boy, coming in at a little bit under 7 1/4. I want to say 7.15, 7.18, right? Overall length, we have a blade length of under 3 inches, right? So just short of 3 inches, like 2.8. And then the cutting edge is going to be around 2.8 as well. That handle is going to be around 4.5, right? A little bit under 4, not 4.5, 4 1/4, right? A little bit under 4 1/4 right there. Right? All right, let's do a quick size comparison on this one, shall we? There's that Kunwu Pulsar XL looking like a cruise ship next to the Obi-Wan Kenobi Sub 3 from Kizer. And let's see, what else do we got here? We'll do the standard ones. There's the Vosteed Raccoon, another one with a crossbar lock. Telling you, right? Everyone is doing the crossbar lock, and I'm loving it. I've been appreciating it more and more recently, especially with my Kunwu knives, right? All of the ones that I have so far. The Chat, the Pulsar XL, and the Django all have the crossbar lock. But as you can see here, the Sub 3 OBK is a little bit shorter than the Raccoon. It's definitely in that medium category. If we compare here to the CJRB Pyrite, it's probably a tad bit more comparable to that, and the Pyrite might be just a hair longer. Here's your ROT Model 1 and your ROT Model 2. All right, more comparable to the ROT Model 2, but still shorter. Let's see how much shorter. I don't know, maybe not all that much, really. A hair, for anything. Here's your Demko AD 20.5 and the Shark Cub, which is the smaller brother. Very comparable to the Shark Cub, maybe a tad bit bigger than the Shark Cub, but smaller by a hair than the AD 20.5. And last but not least, here's the PM2 and the Para 3. So those are pretty much the standard knives that we compare knives to here in the channel. Check it out. It's just a tad bit shorter than the Para 3, and of course shorter than the PM2. So let's talk materials on this guy, right? We have 154 CM drop point coated black blade here. Flat grind going on. We have a nice little switch right here for some personality. And 154 CM, again, pretty good steel, a step above D2, a step above 14C 28N, and Nitro V, which is pretty good. We have the Kizer logo in the steel on this side, as part of the billboarding department. And then we have the Sub 3 OBK on this side. And then we have the Mikey Carlson design. That is his logo right there. This knife is designed by Mikey Carlson. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And then I was joking around during the unboxing because it's a Sub 3. That sounds like a submarine. And then OBK sounds like Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't know why I can't get that off of my head for some reason. But yeah, interesting model name for sure. One that is either going to be very remember as time comes by, or hopefully the opposite. Hopefully not the opposite, which is, you know, forgotten. I want to say a lot of these days you have to have a really catchy model name to your knife in order for it to be remembered, in order for it to stand out amongst the rest. And so far for me, I'll tell you what, I will be remembering that Obi-Wan Kenobi OBK for some time to come, and hopefully you are too. So hopefully that job lands the right way. And if you think I'm lame, I apologize. It's the dad inside of me with the lame dad jokes. But lame jokes aside, let's talk about the handle for a second. We have aluminum handles here. They are coated in black as well. These do scratch a little bit. You can sort of, wipe them off, but over time, obviously, they will start wearing very interestingly, giving the knife a good personality. Obviously, it is never recommendable to take your knife off of your pocket and then just shove it across the pavement just to, get some wear and tear and show everybody on YouTube, right, or Instagram how much you use your knife, bro, right? I use my knives, bro. Yeah, don't be that guy. Me personally, I would take care of my tools. If this was my knife, I would obviously take care of it as well. And deployment wise, right, action wise, we have amazing action on this one. So first of all, we know we have the clutch lock. The clutch lock is pretty neat because you have specific holes. You have specific holes that you can use to adjust the tension on the, there you go, you can probably see them right there a little bit better. Right, you see the holes on both sides. You can adjust the tension on the Omega springs, right, a little bit more lighter or tighter, right, depending on your taste. And also the action on this thing is pretty neat. Of course, we have Benchmade to thank for their axis lock. They had the patent on their crossbar style axis lock for the longest, and now that that has expired, every company out there is doing their own version of the crossbar lock, and Kizer's version is the clutch lock. So great action, amazing action here. The thumb deployment, I like how the thumb is actually a little bit, the thumb stud is actually significantly farther away from the handle, so that makes, in my opinion, a great thumb deployment right there. Boom. And then my favorite, like, it gives me enough leverage, Spidey flick it, but with my fingernail instead of the flesh of the finger. So my favorite way, boom, just like that. I mean, this action on this thing is really good. It does check my, you know, fidgety EDC boxes right there. The fact that you have multiple deployment options and that they all work so well. That is a W in my book. And man, oh man, it's the action also good on this knife. So amazing action. Clutch lock, pretty solid lock there. No side to side, no up and down. No blade play, all that good stuff. And this one's interesting. So ergonomically speaking, you have, you know, a 4-finger knife, if you will. If you have bigger hands, I can sort of see you, you know, kind of running out of handle, if you will. If you really had bare paws, like triple XL size hands. But you do have this section right here, sort of looks like a Benchmade something. I just can't put my finger on it. But this here works as a finger guard. So forward choking on this thing almost feels unnatural. I mean, I guess you could if you really wanted to, but that's not comfortable. And so it also works as a finger guard right there. Pocket clip is very interesting, very comfortable. You barely feel it. To me, it's like maybe like an 8 out of 10 right there. If I really squeeze hard, then obviously I feel it there, right? But interestingly, it is a deep pocket carry clip, which is nice, rounded in the back right there, right? Kind of gives you like barely the peak of the handle is going to be showing, if anything. For whatever reason, they didn't make it reversible. So that was, I'm not sure what happened there, why it wasn't reversible. You have a back spacer right here, which is matching aluminum, right? And you do have steel liners. So that's why I'm feeling some of that pull. You know, we have stainless steel pocket clip right there. So let's do a quick blade stock thickness on this bad boy right here. Thickness against the Vision FG. All right, it's a little bit slimmer than the Vision FG from Civivi. It is also going to be, let's see, next to the Pyrite. Pyrite is a little bit slimmer. What about something like the Demko AD 20.5? That's also slimmer. So what do we have as far as blade stock thickness? On this one, we have 0.11. Yeah, it's actually a little bit thinner than the typical 0.12 that we see, but obviously not by much. And the handle is 0.47, which is also pretty on par with the average ½ an inch or 0.5 that we see in the channel. As far as weight, we have some milling going on. You can see from there and there on both sides, there's milling. And it's actually, I mean, it doesn't feel like an extra super lightweight knife, but it also doesn't feel like an extremely heavy knife either. So put on the scale, 3.7 ounces. I want to say, was that Kizer Gavel that we just looked at? Yeah, this one was also 3.7 ounces. And interestingly enough, the Pyrite Alt was also 3.7 ounces. So, I mean, it's a pretty good average weight, not the lightest, not the heaviest, and I personally don't mind it whatsoever. 3.7 ounces, still under 4 ounces. It feels great to carry as a primary knife. And I believe the main thought process behind this one is that they wanted to build a knife that was functional and great for EDC, but especially also for places where, you know, there are limitations, where you can't carry an over 3-inch blade. And that's why this one is sub 3, right? Sub 3. That's where it comes from, sub 3. You're starting to get it now? So it's not submarine 3, it's sub 3 inches OBK. Now we got to figure out what the OBK is for. We're cracking the codes, you guys. You heard it here on Miguel EDC channel. But yeah, that's pretty interesting, right? You know, there are some laws, especially around the United States and around the world too. There are countries where, you know, you can't EDC or carry a knife of a certain length. So this one is under 3 inches, aka sub 3 inches. Okay, let's do a quick hardware check on this one. And this is where I feel Kizer is doing an awesome job, right? We just checked the the gavel here, right? They do T8s all around. And by the way, my tools are highly recommendable and linked down below, or the Spyderco tool set. And T8, let's see, pivot is T8, right? It's not a captive pivot, so you have a T8 head on both ends. You have the pocket clip. Oh, all right. Body screws are all T8. For some reason, we dropped down to T6. So thumb stud, there wasn't such thing. Here we go. Thumb stud is T6. That's understandable. And then pocket clip is T6, okay? So the screws are kind of sunk screws. I give them props for that. The pocket clip is not inset. So, you know, not that it makes a huge difference in any way, shape, or form, but I have seen it in some other knives where it's actually inset, and this is what a difference it makes, right? This one is the Raccoon right there with inset pocket clip and countersunk screws. I'm like, can I put it in a way, Miguel, where you can actually show it? Yeah, see, that's the difference. This is an inset clip, countersunk screws, and a not inset pocket clip with countersunk screws. There you go. Which one do you think is going to go in and out of the pocket easier? Or you think you guys know the answer right there? It's not reversible, right? But again, it gets the job done for righties. I'm not sure for an ambidextrous knife, right? Crossbar lock, clutch lock, axis lock, whatever you want to call it. It's an ambidextrous knife, so lefties are going to be able to use it just as well as righties, right? Here I am using it with my not trained at all left hand. And yeah, it works really good for a lefty. I can see if the left hand was my prominent hand, I would have enjoyed this knife just as much as I would now with my right hand. And yeah, it's just odd to me that they didn't do a reversible pocket clip. Other than that, I mean, again, did I mention this thing has a great action? Because it truly does. The blade is nice and the line right there. I like how the back spacer sort of wraps around a bit. You know, it looks nice and elegant. The fit and finish looks pretty good. Right? I don't see anything out of place, not aligned properly. Clutch lock gives you a good sort of feel to it. Good tension to those Omega springs, and again, you could always adjust it. That is what the, you know, clutch lock is all about. And honestly, you have a great EDC knife right here, right? Plenty of belling. This thing is a great slicer, as you'll see here in the cutting test shortly. And yeah, great, amazing action for EDC use. Especially I like the jimping right here behind the spine of the blade right there. You are locked in. Right, you are good to go, ready for all the EDC tasks that come your way. So honestly, you know, very recommendable EDC knife overall. Again, sub 3 inches, right? Aluminum handles, clutch lock, 154 cm, black coated drop point, Mikey Carlson design. Again, some very minimal nitpicks. The fact that the pocket clip could have been reversible, right? There's a whole argument about T6 versus T8. I guess you could say, right, if you are Jared, you could say, you know, the punch grind could have been made a little bit better, right there where my nail is. So you could probably get a couple of sharpens out of this one, but you know, I guess the punch grind is right there up on the edge pretty much. And I did check the box. This one doesn't come with additional Omega springs. So they typically do. Kizer typically sends additional Omega springs with their clutch lock. Nice. I'm not sure why this one didn't. I want to say the Task and the Cryptid did have additional Omega springs in the box, but again, all of those are very nitpicky items, right? Nothing that's going to break the knife or take away from its functionality in any way, shape, or form. The aluminum handles are nice and contour all around, which is good. So let's test it here and see how it how it does. I can tell you right off the bat, this thing is going to cut really, really good. Full slices. Let's do some cardboard. I got some everyday diaper box cardboard, single wall. This one has the artistic works here. All right. And remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular like this, but rather at an angle, and it will look something like this. Wow. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now. All right, jinx myself on that one. That flat grind is gonna put in work. 154 cm going to work there for you. You guys rate it in the comments. Let me know how sharp is this guy on a scale from 1 through 10. But whew, in my opinion, this thing is definitely a performer, and it cuts really, really good, to say the least. Overall, great knife, great action. I definitely recommend this one. I enjoy my time carrying this knife. Makes a great primary, a great secondary too, especially if you like carrying two knives as part of your EDC gear or rotation. But that is the Kizer Sub 3 OBK. Again, this knife will be linked down below. if you want to check it out. It does help out the channel when you use those links, but that is entirely up to you. Guys, if you made it to the very end, you guys are the real MVPs. I really appreciate you hanging out with me this whole time throughout the video. Let me know in the comments if there's anything specifically you want to know about this knife that perhaps I didn't cover. Let me know if you have any questions, concerns, anything like that. Let's just have a discussion in the comment section. And if you made it to this point and you haven't yet liked the video, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button. It is absolutely free after all, and it does help out the channel a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, right? Highly encourage you to subscribe. I make knife and EDC content like this on a daily basis, and you will not want to miss out. If you want to support the channel a step further, there's a link for Patreon down there, or you can simply support the channel right here on YouTube by becoming a channel member. You'll get access to exclusive perks. Guys, check out the review on the Gavel by Mark Perez as well, another Kizer banger knife as well. This one's pretty interesting with the very interesting smallish flipper tap right there. So check out what I said about that during that review video. It's a fun one. You want to check it out right here. So I'll put a card right there for you guys to see it. Check it out next. Have a wonderful rest of your day, guys. Take care. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.